Sally Greaves was a complex character. Orphaned as a child, she had the hard protective edge that enabled her to do her job, whatever the circumstance. She lay back with satisfaction as she put the final details to the story. It overlaid the complex cover-up the benign society were called upon to create. If she were ever allowed to walk back into the real world, Abby would never be taken seriously, and a simple look back at her now fabricated medical disorder and life would only support that assumption. Sally pushed her glasses back on her nose and sighed. "This girl's life will never be the same," she said to herself. "And that's nothing for you to get involved with," said Jeff, bursting through the door. "Let's just say it's above your pay grade. Loose ends need to be tied up. Be happy you just deal with the clerical side of things." The clerical side? I've just rewritten this girl's life. I don't know anything about her. My job is making sure that nobody ever takes her life or her experiences seriously again. "Yeah, thanks, Greaves, but do you expect me to believe you know nothing about her? With that elaborate cover you've created? She and her parents sound endearing, almost too good. And a dog? You do your job and I'll do mine. I'm finished here." Sally got up. "Fine, we'll let you know. If you need it again, you know the drill," said Jeff. Sally grabbed her bag from the desk, gave Jeff one more cold stare, and left. Jeff followed her through the door, watching her disappear resolutely through security and into the night. He pulled the phone back from his pocket and quickly dialed a number. "How much does she know?" the voice on the phone said. "Nothing important. She's just clean as can be. But we'll keep a tab on her. She has plenty of attitude. Still, she's a genius. All the records of the girl have been altered. Everywhere. There's no trace of her former life. We have her new parents in place, and a new location, and a home. No one knows them, and no one cares who they are." "The parents?" the voice asked. "They will not be seen again." "Okay, tie up any loose ends at the hospital and get yourself back on the road to Barberville quickly. We have some earlier than expected contact." The only thing that stood out about George Gunge was his name. He'd made it up years ago in a quick attempt to cover up his real identity. For the most part of his life, George worked at KFC and made up slimy, uninteresting food and good chicken to unforgiving customers. Guns seemed appropriate, he'd thought to himself. Away from the mundane chatter of his workplace, George spent long hours listening and watching the almost unfathomable multilingual stories that floated around the internet, specifically related to extraterrestrial beings. He was what many would call a nerd, but he had a slightly Indiana Jones side to him. That meant he occasionally got involved with some of the more elaborate tales he encountered. He was a childhood prodigy, gifted in electronics and linguistics, but his experience in the search for alien beings that he'd believed to be on Earth had led him now to seek a place of relative security and hopeful obscurity. But this was too close. He couldn't miss this. There was a glitch somewhere. It had been erased very cleverly. Records, history, and the more he searched, people. And then a name he'd heard before. The Benign Society. "Okay, you tie up loose ends at the hospital and get yourself on the back road to Barberville quickly. We have some earlier than expected contact. Abby, can you hear me?" Abby, why are they so interested in you? Abby was sat in the back of a cold air-conditioned car. Her brain was a complete fog, as though someone had extracted her mind. What? Who are you? What's going on? I can't remember anything right now. Where am I? Well, you better remember quick. Your friends seem a little agitated. Abby looked past the dark features of her questioner and saw a miraculous glow following the car.